Yo, what up? This is part one of the complicated breakdown. This is a track by 50. Heard it, like the flow. Used to be a lot of tracks like that back in the day. Anyway, so I decided to kind of take the idea of it and switch it up to something, just take the idea. So it's inspired, it's not a remake. So after I loaded up the track, you know what I'm saying, and got the tempo, I decided to get the exact tempo, and then just try to match a couple of the main parrot elements that obviously make the track. So it's up tempo, drum, type of feel, with some chords and like a timbali, campano, whatever the hell is playing on the back. So at this point, I'm actually playing around with the piano. Don't know the chord progression. I wanted to at least find out what they did, and then from that point try to change it a little bit. I'm not a big time piano player, so it takes me a long time to figure out what the hell I'm doing. But once I get that, then I can look for different types of chords or whatever can match. So here I'm basically just playing around, looking for what is actually the chord of the song. This didn't work that much. I actually added like a guitar plugin tuner, and it gave me some notes. Normally I don't do this, but I saw it recently and I was surprised that it was close enough. So obviously it's hard for it to pick up the right chord signatures, obviously with the beat playing in the back. But what I did is I actually paused the video and just went through it. Once I found the key, then from that point on I was able to come up with the same vibe. So these were the chords that I kind of think they were using, and obviously I'm going to actually change it up or play it my way, which I probably can't play it the way it was done originally, but so these are probably the same type of chords and not playing exactly the way it is. And it's just the beginning. After I get the original feel, then it's all about changing stuff. So this part is just actually getting the melody, and then I actually edit it, make it sound like a human player, that type of stuff. So after that, I knew that there was a bass, almost like an electric guitar type of stuff going in the back. So just went through some of my libraries and picked this bass. I don't think I actually kept it for the entire beat, but in the beginning I just had this idea, so I had to get that bass part in there. So and basically it's just playing two notes, and I just wanted to be right, because I want this to be a track that's dominated by that snare and that live feel. So now from this point, those were added, I guess I still was trying to figure out how I was going to get the rest of the track up to speed, and looking through the different settings, I figure I could use an EP in the background. At this point I'm still playing the original track, but at some point, once I really get the idea, the direction that my track is going is not going to match. So fast forward to the point in which I'm no longer going to try to match the top track, because I'm already up to my direction. So now I'm putting looking for some strings to put it on the turnaround section, you know, just to lighten it up. Originally, I didn't want the track to be maybe this bright, but it just sounded good with the progression that I had. And I think once you hear it with the old drum break that I put in there, it still gives it that hip-hop feel. But you know, so once I figure out what type of keys or what type of keys to press, and go out. This is the advantage for those piano players. They probably can do this real quick. It takes me a little longer to figure out what the hell is going on, but you know, you do what you have to do. So here's recorded. I had to truncate this video as much because of the limitations of YouTube. So that's the actual part, and that's actually the location it's gonna go. It's right before the turnaround. So at this particular point, I have basically the main skeleton of the track done. And at this point, when I get here, I don't expect to change anything else except for the additional transitions and stuff. I'm probably gonna go ahead and start mixing the drums and the instruments one by one. I just started using FL like 2 months ago. I've been doing this for a little while, so I've used every single software. FL was obviously the last one for me to use, so I'm pretty familiar of how stuff works and how we get stuff up and running. A little different with FL, but I actually do like the program a lot. It's easier just to make music, especially in a limited time basis. So I can get the ideas done, up and running right away. Easier, at least in my impression, and this is from somebody who's used all of them, all the doors out there. But anyway, so I'm just setting up the mixer real quick. Those tracks that, you know, I normally individually mix every single drum, but other pieces, you know, it depends on what I'm doing with it. So I'm just gonna try to get the volumes together based on the drum, the kick drum. Because I know normally that's the loudest part of the beat, so your volume might be changing up and down, but I try to mix the drum first. So sometimes I mix them last, but I'm trying to mix it earlier this way because since I know that I want the drums to pop up a little bit, I want to set my my levels now and then work everything around it. So, you know, this probably is a little boring for those that have done this many times before. But I'm just setting up a drum while my kids in the back are going crazy. Anyway, so I'm setting up some reverbs from the drums. I send it to a channel. That's the way I normally I don't do it individually. So some of the drum elements I'm gonna send it to the reverb chain, just to give the drums that unified sound. So once I set that up over there, then continue to bring the rest of the elements in. I'll probably fast forward a couple of times in this part because it's tedious, but I'm trying to just highlight the process of I guess mixing and getting ready to finalize the beat. So I'm setting reverb for certain tracks and obviously just turning on some more other tracks. So I kind of fast forward there, and then now you hear the break, very famous break. I thought that this break was the missing piece for the track, so filter some of the lows, no need that. I'm gonna send it to the reverb too because I want it to mesh with my drums. So once I get that and set the levels properly, and how I want the track to be. So at this point I like what I'm hearing with the drums. There's a little bit more of the drums, but scoot to part 2 to finish up the beat. Alright.